Alright, so we return again. Let's talk to some people. We gotta compile research on asylum now that we've actually been to the asylum place. Kazmin. Hey, buddy. Alright, and we have our Lady Lane here. Asylum. It is well documented that across the Medea, the surge was catastrophic. However, primary documents found within the bastion are the first to shed light on what those impacts may have been behind the Enclave's veil. The minutes of a war room meeting among the Enclave's highest ranking military officials, dated in 1020, indicate that following the surge, casualties plateaued for a while before beginning to rise again sometime around 1015. 5 years later, at the time of the aforementioned meeting, the casualty rate was high enough that the remaining weavers were in danger of being overcome entirely. The exact causes of these casualties is inconclusive. It is not difficult to hazard a guess that the same natural disasters that ravaged parts of the Maida following the surge would have played a factor in the Hearthsider's deterioration inside the Vale. Our point's explorations comprehensively demonstrate that the Enclave's landscape and settlements have been torn apart by earthquakes, and its extreme weather fluctuations frequently render its environments inhospitable. In addition, the danger of wild creatures clearly intensified the longer they were exposed to raw magic in the wake of the surge. These varied threats would undoubtedly result in casualties within a long suffering population. In addition to this, a research paper was found within a military workshop for enchanters, dated in 1010 and titled Observing Ark Degradation. This paper raises another theory that perhaps the Ark's hostility had contributed to the survivors' rise in casualties. Initially, our band had pondered the question of whether the Ark's hostility was an act of defense from the surviving weavers here. This paper proves otherwise. It would appear that there was an expected and normal amount of deterioration, a behavioral deterioration, according to the Enclave's head of defensive weaving, Cornelius Tard. However, over the course of the following 10 years, the arcs began turning against their own creators until all had become hostile by 1010. Brad believes that something sinister was at play, noting that this was far more than a repair malfunction. To summarize, it is difficult to conclude with certainty of which of, if any, of these factors are what led to the devastating casualties among the survivors. This is in large part due to mass censorship ordered by the Enclave's highest ranking official, the Eye. Thus, most of the records we have found pertaining to the rise in casualties are heavily redacted. However, in a letter to the Bastion's commander, Khan Standel expressed concern that details of their crisis were being leaked to a dissenting group of civilians who might aspire to thwart asylum. This detail allowed us to tighten the scope of our search significantly. So, what was asylum? We can say with certainty that asylum was a defensive measure that was enacted in 1026 as a response to the rising casualty rate, and that it involved sealing an underground portion of the city behind a magical barrier not dissimilar to the veil surrounding the enclave. Given that we still have yet to encounter any hardsiders, it would be easy to conclude that the surviving population of the enclave was sealed inside this barrier for safekeeping from the various threats that escalated following the surge. It is important to note that there is no solid evidence to confirm this. This could be due to the fact that Asylum was a covert military operation and thus the Enclave took care not to document the location of their safe haven. That would be a reasonable estimation, but it is important to note that this is pure speculation until we find further proof of what Asylum's barrier contains.
Years after the surge, there was an inexplicable spike in casualties.
All the freaking Archons going mad?
You don't think it's due to the
Arcs.
arcs going hostile?
Well, that may be part of it, but we can't be certain due to the information blackout. All we know is that it nearly wiped the Hearthsiders out.
Bad.
What seems to have saved them was Asylum's execution, a defensive measure that involved sealing the underground behind a magical barrier.
Almost like the veil.
Almost, I guess.
Exactly like the Veil.
No, it is the whale. The Enclave clearly has many secrets. Discuss the need for secrecy further.
So the Enclave didn't just hide information from the rest of the Maida, but their own people as well.
Judging from the secrecy and a few of the letters you found, I would guess that high-level officials were paranoid. Clearly, not everyone was in favor of this measure, and some might have wished to thwart it.
I wonder who they were afraid of.
There was enough civilian unrest long after the surge that the Eye was concerned about an uprising.
Oh.
His response? Locked down the channels of information. Still, my guess is the uprising didn't happen, or at least lack success on a large scale. Otherwise, we would find more evidence of it.
Yeah. Lane mentioned unmanageable casualties. That's what they
You
mean.
said the casualties spiked long after the surge. Can you elaborate on what might have caused this?
This is truly the thousand-fairer question. With the information blackout, I can't find a concrete link to the cause across hundreds of pages. Arc hostility could certainly be a factor. Clearly, numerous weavers were killed by their own defenses. The recorded minutes from other meetings in the war room illustrate a long period of geological instability following the surge as well. Aftershocks and earthquakes, and not to mention the outskirts grew more dangerous each year as the creatures were allowed to breed unculled. But these threats seem to plateau in the early years after the surge. There is no mention of the spike that resurfaced and prompted asylum.
Something else happened.
That's so strange.
It is.
The commander executed Asylum on the Eye's orders. Ask what we know about these two.
Khan Stanild gave the orders to execute Asylum. Do we know anything else about him?
Judging from the series of letters between him and the commander, it would seem that, at the time, he was recently elected. And judging from the frequency with which he followed up on the commander's progress with Asylum, this defensive measure was a key pillar in his political platform. He seemed to grow increasingly concerned with his popularity among civilians in the most recent letters.
Wanted to get re-elected.
Ugh, isn't that kind of slimy?
Leveraging a security crisis to consolidate political influence? Yes, it's incredibly slimy and effective.
And the commander? Do we know what happened to him?
It would appear that Asylum was executed successfully, so perhaps he is still alive.
Maybe.
But until we find the Hearthsiders, we can't know for sure.
Sealing the underground to recall the evacuation plan.
It's got to be where the Hearthsiders went, right? Remember, the letter mentioned they were evacuated from the city.
To an undisclosed location. We have no real confirmation that they are down there.
Oh,
But it would make sense, wouldn't it? After all, asylum can mean shelter or safekeeping.
yeah.
It can also mean prison. I know everyone wants an easy answer to where they went, but something just doesn't add up. You would think there would be at least one document linking Asylum to the evacuation of the city, and
Maybe it was a jail. They were putting all the the freaking dissenters there.
there simply isn't.
Sounds like I still have more exploring to do. Move on.
This is all interesting, but I'm not sure where it'll lead us.
Further exploration of Denevran is required. It might be an abandoned city, but it's still a city. But Brynn, there's one more thing.
Oh,
What is it?
The barrier. It's exactly like the veil.
right.
Yes, you said that already.
No, what I mean is, the raw magic that off-gasses from the veil is what causes the tangles to cluster at its base.
Right.
In speaking with Dharm, we theorized that this second barrier could potentially be doing the same thing,
We need to find a way to stop raw magic.
except in a more pressurized environment, like, say, within a barrier of kinetic magic.
It's causing the floods of miasma.
We believe so, yes.
Oh.
So if we removed Asylum's barrier, we could stop the flood.
Possibly.
I guess I need to find a way to break through Asylum.
Let's see.
Agreed.
We do not know the way. Asylum complete. Proof of conspiracy. Search Lucia's workshop for information. Nothing else, Lane? Nope, Lane is done. That's a fire thing, by the way. I can't cast. I would put it on. Oh, we can talk to him. Sup, Dom?
You know, I'm a little surprised to see a Hallowpire temple take such pride of place in Denevron.
Why?
What do you mean?
Not big on religion, were they?
I always envisioned the Enclave to be a little more progressive. At least compared to Renland, where I'm from. The Church of the Hallowed Pyre has a tight grip on the populace there, to say the least. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with religion, of course. I'm not going to proclaim myself an authority. It's simply that my personal experiences with that religion were quite negative. As was their view on magic in general.
Alright, so you thought they would not have magic. Well, not so much magic anyway. Or not magic, sorry. So much... You know what I mean. So much focus on religion, even though there is apparently. No talking. Yes. I can become a hearth card. Get the arc plate. It is a lot better than anything else I've got. You know, there are missions to just craft one of everything. Could just dump like... We only have 14 wood left. That is crazy. Okay, any upgrades possible to my current equipment? Not at all. Okay. All we can do is maybe work at a reforge type deal. Okay, that's good. So we can replace the current Clander site with a refined Serenite. Often confused for gold but lighter and hardened by fire. Heat resistance. Common sources elite arc of the tower or ridge boulders. Alloyed to preserve the color but virtually eliminate oxidation. Gear that can last centuries. Heat resist. Common sources arc of the living flame. Elite arc of shear. Legal. The art of its creation was lost to the wider Meda in the surge. Yes, I will indeed put in refined Serenite. I mean, yeah, we could use that, but I'd rather keep it as it is. And then this is already Sovereign Ethereum. So the Tamarkide helmet is now very good. Would love to use one of these, but it's gonna take a while. Ceramic braided linen. I don't see a need to change that with anything. Or this, so that's good. Then once again, 12. Okay, this can be replaced though. Instead of gold, we can have it become red again. One more armor, one more heat resist, and -1 weight, like that. Chill fire weave, that's a Drake
Nice to
scales.
work on something a little lighter every once in a while.
A lot of red. So we're replacing all the Clander side with the better material, so that makes sense. Alright. Very dark red. So if I look at my quests, what the hell is this? The Sledge Worm and the Highland Ice Claw. Supply run. Look for signs of hard sides and lowered in Evron. And then it's just do both of them. Lowered in Evron, lowered in Evron. So lowered in Evron is where all our stuff is for now. Benning Glasstail is here. Highland Ice Claw. Arc of Stricken Earth. Don't know what's over there. Don't know what's here, but there's two Benning Glasstails. Interesting. Well, we'll start by killing a Highland Ice Claw. And this time you know what to do. Do not break both wings. I think the Ice Claw is the one we need, right? I know the Reginald Sledgeworm. It's not Reginald, you know what I mean. Sledgeworm is one I need. Yeah, it is the Ice Claw. Frost Mine. This glowing dude. There he is. Where do you think you're going? With some darter hide. Please be flying away. You'll be back, don't worry. Alright. Okay, where the hell did he go? Uh-huh. The house will protect me. Yay. Oh, bloody hell. Hey, what the hell is this, bro? Ow. Okay, we gotta break one of its wings. Okay. 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 Okay, bye bye. Come back. Smash the damn tree, bro. Take off, buddy, take off. There you go. Have your ass now. Goodbye.
That frost strand will be useful.
Alright, get these guys out of here. Okay, feeling good. Alright. Big bird. Anything else to give me? I wonder what that is about. Well, no matter, it's dead. And I have the quest done then. I'm not sure my hands will ever feel warm again after reaching that deeply into such an icy pattern, but the strand I pulled free crackles with frost magic. Dam's gonna have a very good time weaving this one. Alright. I need to find a way back. Whence I came. Right there. You can shoot at me all you want, unless you're coming down here and fighting me, I don't care. Another vitality tonic. Would hit the spot. Alright there. Boom, okay. We're stocked up on tonics. Killer Benning Glass Trail, an Arc of the Stricken Earth. And I mean, there's still a lot of stuff to find here. Like 16 or 29 is like terrible. 18 or 22 is not that bad, still bad though. Arc of the Stricken Earths. He'll probably be in the Verdant Gardens and that around area, but we'll head over here. The bandsmith Sola has been traveling with Doria the longest. She joined the caravan soon after her smithing apprenticeship ended. Now we are here for a very specific purpose. Bad. Ark of the Stricken Earth. You want to get particular with it? That's a good rock. Maybe a flash freeze, but on big chunks of metal. Hello, sir. Abrium. Oh, we can break these. Okay, I mean, okay. 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 I'm trying to break whatever I can off. Because, you know, Arbinitium. That sounded bad. Okay, that gauntlet is breakable. Okay, if not breakable, I can knock it off. Can't hold on here. Okay, I would like to get some healing. Now that last hand over there holding that shield. What did you grab me off your own hand? Okay, let's get him out of here. No more sickening the earth for you, sir. Double blended leather. Cybernetrium. That's the stuff we need. Can break the little helmet too. Not anything over there. Alright. Now that we are done with that. Hey bud. We have something called luster weave here. I mean, I know what it is. Oh, blue. What? Aniline leather. We gotta grab that. It's aniline, man. Ooh, shot, bro. Oh. Yo, sucks to be you, Wolf. Getting destroyed. Hey. Did you just taunt me, asshole? Don't ever do that again. You had some freaking frostbane leather on you, man. Okay, get rid of the damn. Then Sakala fur is still used to this day in some certain products. Alright, buddy. How'd you like this heat? So I need then Sakala fur. Alright, so we're back at the teleporter. We're gonna teleport ourselves to Lower Denevron. This is an unexplored area. This is kind of why I want to go there. It's also got the original sledge boom, whatever, the new hunt, the new monster hunt. That needs to be done is over here. Okay, feeling better. Eh.
A body ahead.
Oh,
Outfit looks like our spying friends.
So, it's a uniform.
fly run. While we've seen very few signs of Hardsiders around the Enclave, I've run across a dead body wearing clothes very similar to a person who was watching me at camp. As disturbing as it might be, I still think I'd best look into it. Flame and glory every day, Brynn. Fame and glory? Interact with it. Is it gonna wake up? That would be bad. That'll not be fun.
There's a note in his pouch. New drop. Market Loomgate, it says. But wait. Under his mask, he's scorched. Aurea, this looks like the wound on your wing. Only it's everywhere.
They could survive inside the magic.
There's no tangle there.
Could he have been caught in the flood?
Seems likely. Proof we should take that warning seriously.
I think we should look into that drop his note mentioned.
Especially if it's near a loom gate.
There is a loom gate right behind us.
There's a small compartment here, hidden in the statue, already open and empty.
Huh. Lot of tangles here though. I'm gonna advocate for destroying the statue. Yeah, there's nothing here. I jumped over your blade. Sanchez decoction. I keep calling it decoction. I don't think it is
I often
decoction.
heard that as you entered the perch, the bustle of Denevron would begin to crescendo until it peaked in the market.
Right. I don't think it does anymore somehow. Wooden toy frost shell. Its leg articulate just like the real thing. One is missing though. Live history. Aftermath of the surge. Okay, we have two things that we gotta grab. Bye bye to you, bye bye to you. Refined Resolved and an Iron Heart Crystal. A lot of these resources are well, simply too valuable to just give up. I mean, they say it's near the Loom Gate. Okay, it's not near this Loom Gate then. Divinity in the breeze. The beloved world greets me with the wind's gentlest caress. The ways of spirits. Alright, you and me, buddy. Ow. Stop that. Vandersite. Ironwood, darter hide. Fortunately, green stuff is just not that valuable anymore. Blue stuff is what we need. Steel knit. Region discovered. Tattered mantle. Can I get the name at least?
The Tattered Mantle. I've heard so many stories of this tavern. Always rowdy.
This is the tattered. Oh, it's a tavern. Misplaced report. Sanchez military maneuvers near Donnenberg. Marked signet. Espionage and intelligence. Hey, I am no stranger to difficult climbs. Okay, get a nice view of the area from up here. Wonder if I can even climb up there. Get out of there. Okay. I only wish I can't kill you faster. It's a good idea to actually just destroy everything as we go. Leave like a proper path of where you have and have not been for the world to see, you know. Like for example, I have been here. All right. Oh. I see some of the underground area here. Alright. If that won't cook it up and make it ready, then I don't know what will, honestly. I do not know what will. Because I sent in a lot of heat that way. Like a lot of heat. We are basically just burning the city down. No? You see, sometimes you gotta burn stuff. To extract. What you need from it. On guard. Tired. Kinetic. Cluster weave and refined result. Bring it, bud. Like, what about these guys? See, the Archons were built for, like, maybe not peaceful purposes, but like, I mean, I guess these are not. These are literally military ones, right? What the frick? Okay. Loading is all. I think I just came from this way. Alright, well, you just set yourself on freaking fire, so that's good for you. You let it burn itself out. Yeah, this is a real problem. You hear that, right? Don't know why this thing is frozen here, but it shall be dealt with. There you go. With the death of these crystals, the cold should dissipate. Black shard crystals are the source. You were an archer, so you died easily. The waters of Nalden. Classic Sanchez literature, extremely steamy at points. Sanchez Empire. Alright, Royal Guard. You're tough, huh? You're tough. Okay, how's a level 3 guard for ya? The level 3 guard, very powerful. Smacking you around. Alright, you chop down the tree. Oh, come on, my guard. Hurt him. That's what I'm talking about. You can take as good as you can give. That is just like magic. Good job cutting down this tree, man. Oh, hell yeah, bud. Aberrum, Clandestite. This guard is great, man. Even chopped down a tree for me for free. You have any idea how much people charge for that kind of service? The answer is a lot, I'm guessing. Been here. That's a big boy. Do love this very noisy indicators that there is something of value here. More noisy the better, I say. Don't worry, Guardian. Want rid of me just yet. Eat that. Ooh. Oh no. Okay, should be safe up here while the fire burns all the burnable stuff down there. I am hoping that's how it works. The bushes are all gone there. And once whatever can be burned has been burned. There's more down there. Kinda crazy, isn't it? Alright. Okay, we'll climb up here. As the heat dies down over here. Started a new fire down here. And that is the reason. To find Serenite. That most precious of resources. On guard, gods. Alright, shielded guard. I will explore this hidden basement mine area. Iron shard crystals. I have healed and Trapper's crown. Feel like a new helmet. Lots of greens. No blues. The time of blue domination right now. No one really uses greens anymore. So it's all about the blues these days. Blues and the purples and the goldens. Hello, my guard friend. Golden chest. Region discovered under green. An open area. Ow.
Careful. A sledgeworm can throw things over 3 times its size.
Okay. So, great foes. Reginald Sledgeworm. Propensity for slamming its head down like the brutal strike of a forge hammer. Sledgeworm figures heavily in Randland legends and may indeed originally hail from those murky climes. Weaver records stretch back decades, however, and we can thus confirm the presence of these formidable kinetically gifted creatures across the Midday. After all, sledgeworms are both omnivorous and possessed with appetites befitting their mighty stature. and the simple act of seeking new hunting grounds will easily explain their wide range. What's indisputable, though, is that few living creatures can withstand the kinetic barrage of a hungry sledgeworm. Their affinity with kinetic magic makes them tricky to harvest, and as they can easily repulse anyone who makes the attempt. The aforementioned Weaver records, however, provide a path to success. The sensitive frills across the sledgeworm's body are the key to its ability to focus its ability so precisely. To use an example closer to home, they are functionally similar to a cursel's horns, which increase their awareness of sound and thus enhance their awareness at night. Without these frills, which can be dislodged along with their air anchoring scales, the worm risks hurting itself with its power, something we highly recommend exploiting. Destroying the frills should also buy time to approach and open the locus of power on the worm's tail. Thus, the hunter becomes the hunted, invigorating at the least. Ow. Get stopped. Are these the sensitive frills? Hey! Okay, we want to grab the barb cloth. Why didn't grab barb cloth? Okay. Jump, bro, jump.
The Undergreen. This is where the seediest of deals were done.
Okay, climb, climb, climb. I need healing potions. A lot of them. Did I leave one down here? I didn't leave one inside, I don't think. It's not easy to kill, especially when the environment here is so freaking deadly. Let's fight, bud. Let's fight. Stop growling and fight me. How come you guys aren't affected by the magic here? Like, these folks are unaffected. Nothing. Vitality tonic. Oh, great. A plea. Repent and return to the temple of the first flame post haste. Grand Duchy of Rhineland. Is this the first temple? Then discovered Iron Walk. Weaver's Rest, Three Sisters, Denevron, Market. This is like a huge place. If it is not huge, it's a damn complicated place. Region discovered Weaver's Rest. Okay. Well, it was an attempt to get supplies, and I did get supplies. Okay, I want barb cloth. Alright. Stop trying to climb the freaking trees, bro. No, jump off! Okay, bye. What the hell? Get freaking frozen. Okay. Okay, its thing is exposed. Go over there, bro. Go somewhere else, bro. Okay. Okay, I got your freaking tail, man. Oh my lord.
A kinetic strand. Wonderful.
Yes. The amount of pain I had to go through to get that was also wonderful. Problem is, I mean, it's a powerful creature. Don't get me wrong. Okay, well, screw that. I can't get that thing. Maybe let the heat magic. Come on, get roasted and toasted. You want more intense heat? Yep. Don't get more intense than that, my friend. There you go. Burning hot it is. That's not assault. Yeah, that's just normal rock.
Lower Denevron was hit hard by the surge too.
Perhaps even harder. It looks as though it's been ripped apart.
Vigil lantern, a morning lamp carved in the clan hunter style, keeps on company before dawn breaks. The aftermath of the surge. Figure out a way to deal with this massive amount of ow. I think one might advise me to get out of here now. You know, we killed the sledge worm. Exploring this area
These
without...
streets running in parallel are known as the Three Sisters. Many weavers hosteled here.
Okay, well, if many weavers hostel here... Cooper's tools. Trade in anything perishable benefits from delaying the rot as long as possible. Word in Evron. Okay. There you go. I think a little bit of fire couldn't deal with. Alright, now the fire is gonna spread a little bit, but no, it's nothing a little bit of time can't deal with. The magical fire, so it should just die out on its own. Magic will not last forever. Eh, eat that shit, bro. I can't even go over there. Much. Preppers wraps. Ready. Backing up. Hey, where the hell am I? Need to get all bonkers on me, man. Okay. Enough health to survive a little bit longer at least. Do not even know what that is. All of these items I cannot carry. Okay, here it's still. The fact that I don't see it tells me it's probably not here. That I should ignore it, perhaps. Ah, it is in the Broker's Arch. Hello? Trapper's shin guards. Standard landscape observations of epicenter Flood of it tangles. Oh, it's raw magic. So we know the comes from there. At least we know that much. Yeah, I don't see me going anywhere from here. See the grand ice bridge failing here. Alright, guard. So hereby relieved from duty. Okay, I hear something. When I hear something, well, it must be explored, right? Aha! On flow, a weather textbook. The High Kingdom of Taza. They're the only ones who read about flow, apparently.
Broker's Arch, the market gate.
Oh, and there it is.
Same spot as the last statue.
Circle 3
Struck a
and...
vein,
Okay.
as my dad used to say.
Wait, I was half listening. Are you hurt?
Metaphor. Her dad was a miner.
We've got a tally sheet of some sort. Series of numbers below. And a bunch of garbled text below that. I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Aye, mate.
Consult with Cano, the list of supplies. Bro. Okay. Boom. Broker's Arch has been unlocked. Lower than... Oh, there is a miasma going on here. I see. That's why it's all messed up. I was wondering if it is just normally like this. No, it's messed up. Alright. We're heading back to the way station. A good run. The Enclave's founder was an usher by the name of Maximilian Arden. He is considered something. Consult with Casman about the list of supplies. Tis day 8 morning time. Save the game. there. And I'll see you in the next one.